Good morning students, welcome to the online teaching session of Academic World School Bemetara. Today again we are going to learn the same chapter, Our Changing Earth. We will continue with the previous lecture. Yesterday we have seen that Earth has two types of movements, that is endogenic movement and the exogenic movement. Under the endogenic movement, we have seen that the Earth is getting pressure from inside the Earth's surface and we have seen detail about it. Today we are going to see the exogenic forces and how it works. So let us students start with the exogenic forces. Exogenic forces, again we will see the definition. Exogenic forces are the forces which origins outside the Earth's surface exogenic forces are the forces which origin the outside the Earth's surface, and it is also known as external forces. Why it is known as external forces? Because these forces act outside the Earth's surface, and when they act outside the Earth's surface, they make many landforms get changed. Different landforms are formed by the action of erosion and deposition. By the action of erosion and deposition, many landforms are formed, like floodplain, beaches, moraines, etc. Now students, we are going to see that in the exogenic forces, as erosion and deposition works, with the erosion and deposition, many other factors are there. What are they? The first one is the weathering. Now, what is weathering? Weathering means the breaking down of big rock particles into small by different agents like wind, water, air, etc. What is weathering? Breaking down of rocks into small fragments by different agents like wind, water, ice, etc. Moving to weathering, the next comes the erosion. ice. So what is erosion? Removal. Removal of top layer of a surface by different agents. Next to erosion, we are having transportation. And next to transportation, there is deposition. Now, what is transportation? When these fragments, the fine dust particles, sands, rocks are being transported from one place to another with different agents like wind, water, that is known as transportation. Whereas when it is being transported from one place to another, sometimes that all gets deposited or collected at one place. The process of being collected of materials like rocks and soil at some point, that is known as deposition. Now, when weathering happens, erosion takes place, transportation is there and deposition is there. Different landforms are being formed. Now, these landforms can be of any types. So, we are going to see the work of water, wind, ice and glaciers, how they work with the weathering, erosion, transportation and deposition process. So, students, let us see the work of river. Yes, students, you all have seen that the running water erodes material. They erode sands, fragments, small rocks. These all things are being eroded. And when this running water reaches the steep angle rocks over there, and when it falls down deep valley, there forms the waterfall. When the running water reaches the steep angle, and from there when it falls down the valley side, there it forms the new landform, that is waterfall. And when the water reaches the plain, many turns and twists are being formed. When the water reaches the plain, many turns and twists are formed. These turns and twists are known as meanders. What it is known as? Meanders. M-E-A-N-D-E-R-S. These turn and twist. This is the place area. Now, when this turns and twist, when these turn and twist with the continuous erosion and deposition, they form loop-like structure. They form loop-like structure. What they form? They form loop-like structure. Now, these loop-like of structures, somehow cut off from the rivers, and get deposited at one place. These loop-like structures are known as cut-off lake, or they are are known as oxbow lakes. What happens when the river enters the plain? Turns and twists are formed. These turns and twists are known as meanders. Now, with the continuous movement, erosion and deposition of the meanders, some loop-like structures are formed. These loop-like structures with a continuous erosion and deposition, they cut off from the main river and form cut-off lake, or it is also known as oxbow lakes, also known as oxbow lakes, with the continuous movement when the river banks overflow. When the river bank overflows, flood plains are formed. What are formed? Flood plains are formed. Now, when these flood plains are formed, lot of sediments and other materials are being deposited on the banks. These materials which are deposited on the banks are known as leaves. What are they known as? Leaves. They are known as leaves. Now, when these banks are being raised with the sediments and all, that are known as leaves. As the river approaches to the sea, the river reaches till the sea, the speed of the river gets low. The speed of the river gets low, and there the river splits into number of streams. That streams, different streams are known as distributaries. What they are known as? Distributaries. When the river approaches to the sea, there the speed of the river gets slow down, decreases, and the river splits streams into number of branches. That branches are known as distributaries. What they are known as? Distributaries. Now, what happened to these distributaries? These distributaries collects the material at one point and there forms delta. These distributaries bring the material. As the speed is very low, they all collect their material at one place in the front of the mouth of the distributaries. There forms another body, another landforms, that is known as delta. That is known as delta. Now students, let's see again. When the river erodes, when the river erodes, when the river erodes, they bring the material. When the river running water tumbles at the steep angle along the hard rocks or deep valley, they form waterfall. As the waterfall, the water reaches till the plain. In the plain, when it enters, many turns and twists are formed. These turns and twists are known as meanders. When these meanders, they with the continuous movement form loop-like structures. These loop-like structures with the continuous erosion and the deposition of the materials cut off from the main river. They are known as cut-off lake, or they are known as oxbow lakes. What they are known as? Oxbow lakes. As the process continues, the river overflows the bank and flood plains are formed. There in the flood plains, the sediments and the other materials are being deposited and raised lands are being formed. These raised lands are known as leaves. These raised lands are known as leaves. As the river approaches till the sea, the speed gets slowed down. and there the river splits into number of branches. That branches are known as distributaries. That branches are known as distributaries. With the course of time, these branches, these distributaries collect the material from their mouth, and a new landform is formed that is known as delta, and then the river reaches to the sea. This is the work of river. With the erosion, deposition of the river, many new landforms are being formed like meanders, floodplains, leaves, deltas, etc. Let us see how the sea waves work over there. As the river enters the sea, in the sea we are having sea waves. We are having sea waves. The continuous movement of the waves comes and strikes the rocks over there. Comes and strikes the rocks over there. Now, when these waves comes and strikes, cracks are being developed. What are being developed? Cracks. Where these cracks are developed? In the rocks. Now, when the cracks are developed, again and again waves comes and strikes the rocks. Hollow-like structures are there. Hollow-like structures. Structures are formed in the rocks. And slowly, these hollow-like structures are called sea caves. These hollow-like structures are called sea caves. Again, the continuous waves comes and strikes the rocks. Suddenly, sometimes it happens, the rock hole becomes the bigger, and only the roof remains. Only the roof of the rock remains. Rest, other thing is being eroded by the sea waves. That roof is known as sea arcs. What it is known as? Sea arcs. When the sea waves continuously strikes the rocks, they create cracks. And when these cracks are being again and again strike, the structure, hollow-like structure is being formed. That hollow-like structures are known as sea caves. With the continuous erosion or the movement of the sea waves, sometimes this hollow-like structure gets bigger and only the roof remains. That roof, only the roofs are known as sea arcs. Now, sometimes with the continuous movement, only the vertical lines we are having this, the upper layer, the roof also erodes away. When the roof erodes away, they are known as sea cliffs. What they are known as? Sea cliffs. When with a continuous movement, the roof of the rocks get eroded away. Only the straight vertical rocks are left. They are known as sea cliffs. And with the continuous movement, when these rocks are being divided into small fragments, along with these fragments, many other materials are being brought and left at the shores of a sea. Then there creates a landform known as beaches. That are known as beaches. In this way, with the work of sea wave, we have seen that different landforms are being formed. The different landforms are the beaches because of the erosion and the continuous movement of the sea waves. Moving to the next, we will see the work of ice. Now students, you have seen that in the mountain areas, there the water becomes ice because of very low temperature, and that river of ice is known as glaciers. What is the river of ice known as? The river of ice are known as glaciers. Here also, in the glaciers also, deposition and the erosion takes place. When the river of ice or the glaciers erodes, they carry the sediments, the rocks and different soil particles from their sides and gets moved along with the glaciers. And when the glacier stops or gets deposited at one place, there a feature is being created that is known as glacier moraines. What it is known as? It is known as glacier moraines. When the glacier slides or erodes, they move, they take some particles of rocks and soil, along with them, when the glaciers slides or erodes, they take some particles of rock and soils along with them and gets collected at a place known as glacier moraines. Known as glacier moraines. What they are known as? Glacier moraines. Now, what is glacier? Glacier is a river of ice. What is a glacier? Glacier is a river of ice. When these river of ice, they moves, they slides the material which is along their sides and erode some of their particles such as rocks and soils along with them, and gets that all material gets collected at a place known as glacier moraines. That place is known as glacier moraines. With the erosion and the deposition features of the ice, these glacier moraines, a new landform is being created. Now student, let us see the last one, that is the one of wind. Now students, have you ever visited desert area or even seen the picture of desert? Yes. Yes. agent is wind. Now, because of this wind, many deposition features are being created. Now, you have seen that in the desert areas, rocks are there. Big rocks are there, and these rocks, because of the agents of the wind, these rocks are being eroded, and a new form of rocks are being formed with the wider top portion and narrow base. These type of rocks are known as mushroom rocks. What are they known as? They are known as mushroom rocks. Now, how this happens? Now, there is a big rocks. When the wind blows, this active winds erodes the lower part. Again and again this strikes, and because of continuous movement of this wind, the lower part of the rocks being get eroded, and they form narrow base with a wider upper portion. And these type of rocks, which are mostly found in the desert, are known as mushroom rocks. What are they known as? They are known as the mushroom rocks. Not only this, you have seen that in the desert areas, small hill-like structures are being formed over there anytime. Do you think that hill are the original hills? No, that hills are not the hill of rocks. That hills are the hill of sand. Now, what happens and how they are formed? When the wind blows, sands or the rock particles, small rock particles are being transported with the wind from one place to another, and as soon as the wind stops blowing, this all falls at a particular place, forming hill-like structure, known as sand dunes. What are they known as? They are known as sand dunes. What are sand dunes? Hill-like structure found in the desert. They are known as sand dunes. Sands are transported by wind. As wind stops blowing, they fall, and hill-like structures are formed. That hill-like structures are known as sand dunes. Is it clear? Student, in this chapter, we have learned about the endogenic and the exogenic forces. In exogenic forces are the forces which work outside the Earth's surface, and that is the reason they are also known as external forces. Under this, four processes work, that is weathering, erosion, transportation and deposition. With the erosion, transportation, weathering and all this, different landforms are formed. Here we have seen the work of river, work of sea waves, work of ice and the work of wind. Assignments related to this lecture are uploaded in the ERP. Don't forget to do your assignments. Thank you and have a nice day.